We're live.
Yeah, we're live. Good. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gloria Horn Sewing Studio in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm Joni, and this is Tommy, and we have PJ here.
Hello.
And today is Serger Saturday, and Tommy's going to sew together a sweatshirt like he has on.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
And he's really excited. He's going to explain to us the process that he went through and what he learned before he was able to really make a really nice one like this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There was a lot of mistakes made
Yeah.
along the way. Did you tell him to register?
No. So first of all, if you were on Facebook and this is your very first time with us, you'll need to go in and register. So you'll go up to the comment bar and type in register, and then you'll put in your name and a password and kind of create an account and then come back and watch us. And you'll be able to shop with us when the show is at the end of the show. If you have the app, you are all ready and set to go. You'll be able to shop with us. It's the easiest way to shop. So if you need to get the app, you'll go to the App Store and type in Gloria Horn Sewing Studio and download the app, the free app, and then you're all set. You can watch the show with us right now, or you can watch it later, or you can watch all of our shows there for like the past year. And then also we are on, let's see, they wrote it down for me. So we are on the website. Now there you'll have to log in with Facebook or email shop. All right, then there's also Facebook, which we went over. We're on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, but you're not able to shop there yet, but very soon. And we want you to comment, right?
Create an account. If you don't have an account on TikTok, get yourself an account.
Yeah.
But and comment. It really helps us.
Because we're very, very close to being able to
sell
on different places.
But the best place, probably the most user-friendly, is our website and the app. So download it all, comment and subscribe to us. Share. Please share and tag us.
Share.
Make sure you're tagging us.
So let's see. They're here from Georgia, California,
all over.
Arizona, Ohio, West Alexander. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
This is great.
So let's start.
Okay, good. Yes, because he's got a lot to show you. So he's going to explain to you the kind of like the process he went. He's been dying to do this.
I really like hoodies.
Yeah.
I love hoodies. I love cold weather. I love being able to wear hoodies and being comfortable. But let me tell you, making a hoodie at the start with no information at all is tough.
Yeah.
And making anything, period, is tough at the start. So I just want to show you the whole process I went through. And this is like my third prototype. So I started off by trying to do a quilted sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And
but this is cool.
It's cool, but it was not comfy, did not fit me. I tried using a pattern.
I guess it was hard to get on because
There's no stretch to it.
Yeah, it would have to be like
It's a zipper.
a zipper. Yeah.
You need to put a zipper on it. So maybe I'll finish this by putting a zipper on it.
Now, who quilted that for
I
you?
did.
You did?
I did.
Oh, my
So I had
gosh.
to learn how to use the quilt machine.
Yeah, look, zoom in, PJ, because look at all the different the stitches that he used. Like right here on the pocket is a wave, and then these are like a...
So I just kind of went to town. Like I was having fun on the quilt machine. You know, we have every tool and accessory here at Gloria Horn Sewing Studio.
This looks a little bit like a flower or leaves on the sleeve.
This
Okay, and then also this sleeve is different. Wow.
Yeah.
I think we better do something with this before.
So I mean, if we do any like hoodies or tamarack jacket, I always call it the tamarack jacket, like a spice. But tracing your pattern on the quilted piece and then kind of using Pro Stitcher to quilt the certain areas, like quilt just the sleeve, is really cool. So we got to do something with that too. I'm getting really interested in garments, and so that was my first prototype.
Okay.
And then here's my second one.
Okay, yeah, this one's kind of interesting.
This one is interesting because it used to be a men's XL, and we washed it one time, and it turned into a woman's extra small. So it does not fit me.
No.
I was looking for a cool material. I found this material from a manufacturer in China. I had them ship it over, and it wasn't pre-washed. So I just, I decided to go somewhere else that would pre-wash their fabric, and it led me to this one.
Yeah, but that's important to get it pre-washed,
This
and you
one,
don't have to, yeah.
Yeah, and I did cover stitching, and it's just good practice. I did the kangaroo pocket, the ribbing to match. I do want to find a manufacturer that has this that won't shrink. This, I washed this, it shrunk. It shrunk a little bit. Not as much as the other material, but it still shrunk. But I do kind of like that it like kind of added this extra texture to it.
Yeah, it is more quilted looking.
Yeah, more quilted looking. So I guess first things first, we are going to open up our hoodie we have pre-cut over here.
Okay. All right.
And we're going to lay out the pieces that we're going to be working with today. So I believe there's 8 different pieces. We'll count them. So we have
It looks like
the ribbing, and this looks like it's for the bottom band for the ribbing.
Okay.
Then we have the 2 cuffs.
All right.
Let's see what this one is. I have to open. Oh, these look like the hoods.
Yeah.
The hood pieces.
Okay. So we'll need that right away, right?
Yes, we will need this right away. And there should be 2 more for the lining.
Yes. So the
Yep, 2 more pieces for the lining. And we're going to be working with the hood real quick. I don't know if you could zoom in, PJ, but I put a buttonhole right on this hoodie. I didn't put the drawstring in yet. I'll try to.
Yeah, and he used the embroidery machine. So we're going to show you how to do that today, too.
We'll show you how to use the embroidery. And look, I left some threads on it.
He did that to show you that he did it.
That was intentional.
He did.
But these buttonholes are really cool. They're very clean. Doing it on embroidery really, I don't know, it just like makes it look better. You have your buttonhole foot on the machine. It works if you put stabilizer.
Right.
But doing it embroidery is very easy to do. So
I don't think they stretched out at all. Sometimes on the knit they'll stretch out.
Yeah.
And yours did not.
Mine did not stretch out. So I guess we're gonna put our other pieces to the side while we do this.
Okay.
Real quick. So I'll just we got to figure out which pieces are going to be our lining pieces, and which pieces are going to be the outer pieces.
Okay.
So
you need.
I see. Well, there we go.
Okay.
This looks like the top of the head, right here, and this looks like the neck.
Right.
Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, and this would be where it joins together.
Yes. So we are going to mark where we want our buttonhole to go.
Okay.
And we are going to grab the hoop.
Okay. And here we have peel and stick on here. Yep. And I just scored the paper, and then we can take our tool and peel this away. And this is just the 4x4 hoop. Okay, and then one more. That's probably good enough, but there we go. Okay.
So, I mean, I really just eyeballed where I was gonna put my buttonholes. We could do the same. We could measure it real quick and just make sure they're even.
Yeah, I was gonna give you a friction pen.
We got one right here, Johnny.
You got one? Okay.
Yep, we got one right here.
Okay.
Maybe a tape measure. We got a tape measure right here. I'm just gonna go up 2 inches and in towards the center of the hood 1 inch.
Okay.
So I'll just mark it up 1.
Okay.
I'll see there's a 2 right there. As long as it's in the general area. Well, 1 inch kind of seems far. What do you think?
Yeah, now how big of a seam will you have?
So this doesn't fold in. We're going to be lining the hood, so it's going to take about a quarter, I guess, yeah. We'll go 0.75 inches. I think that's a good place. So I'll just mark a dot right there.
All right.
And these friction pens are great, right? They wash away. If you iron it, does it go away too?
Yes, or even just steam it.
Even just steam it.
Mm-hmm.
Just doing the same thing for the other hood. Mark it right about there. Now we have our two placements where our buttonholes are going to go. Okay. So now we are going to take this hoop. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to stick this on here. I'm going to keep them separated so the buttonhole stitches don't run into each other. I'm just going to pick a spot, let's say right over here on the top side of my hoop. Okay. I'm going to put this one. And then on the bottom side, or on the other side, I'm going to do this hood. Mm-hmm. And we could roll this up so it's...
yeah. And there we go.
Just do that. And we'll take it over to the machine to do the buttonhole.
Okay, good. Yeah, okay, here we go. Oops, too many chairs.
Too many chairs.
Yeah. Here we go.
Okay, so here we go. We are going to just slide this hoop in, make sure it's getting underneath our foot. We have the W foot on right now. We're going to slide our hoop in. I'm going to hold my hand here so we're not messing with the embroidery unit. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes if you just push it in, you could bump that out of place and you hear it go,
yeah,
and you know you knocked it out of place, and that you have to recalibrate your machine. Mm-hmm.
And he has embroidery thread in both the top and the bobbin.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about that. Polyester thread, is that the go-to?
That's good.
Polyester thread.
You can sew with your embroidery thread because it's polyester.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So is that the go-to thread for sewing garments?
Yes, because it's very strong.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I know quilters like cotton thread.
Yeah.
But the polyester is very strong.
Just very strong. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we are going to we're going to tap on our screen here.
Okay.
I'm in the embroidery section, so from the home button to embroidery section. And then we are going to go pick number, I believe it's 6.
6, that's it. Mm-hmm.
It's number 6. In the buttonhole I used was either 2, or it would be number 6 or number 7. I forget which one I used.
Okay.
But we're just going to pick one and go with it.
Yeah, so he picked one that has like 2 rounded ends.
Yeah, I like the rounded end ones.
I did too. They looked really nice on your shirt.
So we have the ability to change the size down here. Right now I can see it's listed in millimeters, so I'm going to switch out of millimeters to inches. Okay. I'm going to click on our preferences up here. Mm-hmm. I'm going to figure out where we change the unit.
It should be the next page. There you go. There it is. There it is.
Right at the top.
So it was the page, I think it was page
9.
Okay.
Page 9, we're going to switch the unit of measurement. Now, what other machines have this buttonhole? Is it all machines?
Well,
all embroidery machines?
Not all of them. It's on the Destiny and the Altair and the Meridian, and I think that's it. I don't think it goes back.
We'll look into it more.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to change the size. I can see it's 4 inches. And 4 inches on the hood is just...
That's too big.
That's way too big. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think I want it to be like half an inch or like 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah.
So they have preset sizes down here at the bottom. I can see I'm on large. I'm going to hit the left arrow to go smaller. There's a medium at 2.95 inches, a small at 1.96, a... What is SS? Super small.
Yeah, I guess.
Super small. And then there is a extra small.
Oh, okay.
What is SS?
I don't know what SS is, baby.
What is SS? Anyone want to guess what SS means? Okay. So
super small. But
I think extra small will do the trick.
Yeah, it is. It looks like it's just a little bit over half an inch.
Yeah. So extra small is going to do the trick. Mm-hmm. I'm going to click set.
Okay.
I am going to. Should we do 2 at once? Should we just add both? So let's just add both.
Okay.
We're gonna add the same thing. So.
Yeah, or you could duplicate it in the.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna click on edit.
Edit, and then go into. Right here, duplicate. Now you've got 2.
Now we've got 2. I'm just gonna separate them a little bit.
Yeah, so you can.
And I'm going to click embroidery.
Right.
We got our 2 buttonholes. We can move them around now. Let's go to layout.
Okay.
And we're going to go to move.
Okay.
And now we have to be able to see where we're moving this to.
Yes.
There's 2 ways of doing this. We could either take a picture of our surface here, or we can do the projector. And I like using the projector.
Yeah, so the Solaris has projector, and then the other, if you had the Altair or the Destiny, then you would use your
picture.
Your picture.
Okay. Or if you're using a machine that doesn't have those capabilities, but you have the buttonhole, I guess you're just going to want to line the center, your first stitch or your center of your design right with the marking you made. So I want to move one of these.
Okay, so and then you'll go to your projector.
So I want to move just one at a time. Okay, so we're going to put the projector on.
Okay, so you want to, let's make sure that they'll move separately.
So I could see they are way off.
Yeah.
So they are not moving separately.
Okay, so let's go back here and go to edit. And if you go in here, and then we might need to do one and then duplicate it. Let's see. So we have, is there a red box around?
There's a red box around the bottom one.
Okay, so that one will, so hit set, and then there. So now it's moving separately.
Now it's moving separately.
Yeah. So.
But it might be easier to just do this one at a time, right?
Yeah, it could.
So let's take one of these off, and we'll just use the one.
Okay.
So I delete. I click delete on the one I had selected. There's a little red box on it, and I just deleted that one. We could just do one at a time, make things simple.
Okay.
Let's put our projector back on. So I click the projector button. It's loading up. And it's going to display. So I have my buttonhole, this little black mark right in the middle there. Let's see. I'm just changing the background color to see what works best. And it looks like the white background color is going to work best. I'm going to slide this down a bit. So I slid the red box to move the projector down. I'm going to use my down arrow to move my buttonhole down. I'm just gonna, if you hold on it, it will move faster.
There you go.
Oh, I was dead on. Look at that. So there's our buttonhole.
Yeah.
And we are going to just click go.
Okay.
So I clicked OK after that. Now I'm ready to embroider. So I'm just going to click our green button here, and we'll see how it turns out.
Do this on a scrap piece of fabric first.
Yes, do this on a scrap first.
Yeah.
Make sure your fabric works. So that's what I did on my sweatshirt. I made sure it.
And what about your thread? What kind of thread?
Polyester thread. What is it? 60 weight or 40 weight?
That's 40 weight.
40 weight polyester thread works just fine. Yeah. The material we're working with today is a blend of cotton and polyester.
That looks really good.
Looks really good. It's right on, spot on. Now I'm just gonna go back to the layout, and I'm gonna move it up and just restart this process again. And I know it's centered right over, so if I line my foot up there, right over top, it's most likely gonna end up.
Yeah, and you could turn on your right here.
Oh, your laser.
Your laser, and the there
Look
you
at
go.
that.
So there's another way of testing it. So
yes.
Sometimes
I
you have to
didn't even know
put.
they had that laser button.
Oh, you
I
did?
Totally forgot about
yeah,
that.
sometimes you forget about what you have. Here, I think they can see it better if you take. You see how?
Yeah, I mean,
I think
it's
it's
Can
good.
they
It's
see it? Oh
showing
no,
up.
I'd say they can see
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So
Okay.
Next, I'll click OK.
But go ahead and show them the projector again,
Okay,
too.
and we'll see if the projector lines up. So this cone on our layout screen, or main screen, what is this screen called? Design screen.
Yeah.
We'll call it the design screen.
I call it the sewing screen because that's the screen where you can embroider.
okay.
And then the previous one, I call it the edit screen.
So my projector box isn't over top of where my buttonhole is, so I'm going to take my finger and slide it up to where I can see it, and it's right on there at the very top. We're going to click OK, and we're going to start this up.
Okay.
And it looks like it dims the lights when you put that laser on, so I'm going to turn the laser off and see what it does. If our lights will come back on. It didn't turn the laser off.
Let's see. I think you just have to start sewing.
Just start sewing, yeah.
Yeah, and it will go off. There it
There
goes.
we go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What kind of sticky stabilizer?
This is peel and stick. Kimberbell sticky back will work as well. You could probably use hoop it with a medium tearaway, but the sticky back just keeps it in place.
Right.
And keeps it nice and still. And you have easy done buttonholes, and it's that simple. How long did that take? Not
Yeah,
very long
I
at
don't
all.
even think a minute.
So I'm just
it
gonna-
had 162 stitches in it.
I'm gonna rip it out.
Yeah.
There's our buttonhole.
There we go.
And then we're just going to cut that small little slit there.
Now he's still got a lot of sticky stabilizer left.
Yeah, I could do.
You could save that. You could even patch it. But there seems to be, if you
So
had
what do
more
you mean
buttonhole,
patch it?
when you'll take a little piece of and put the sticky side underneath, and it fills in your hole. You
That
just
is a
take
really
a
good
little
idea.
square of it.
Yeah, like you're patching drywall.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a great idea. So
Okay.
we'll be coming back to the machine eventually to either do a top stitch or to show them how to sew it with their Solaris.
Yeah. Okay.
I know this is the Serger Saturday, but still, it's nice to see what stitches come with the Solaris and other machines. So, do you want to go ahead and snip that
Sure.
right there while I find
Okay.
our other pieces?
Yeah, let me get a nice pair of. Here, we can use these Karen key buckleys.
Glow in the dark.
You want some?
Seam ripper?
Would a seam ripper work?
You use the seam ripper?
You could use the seam ripper. If you use the seam ripper, you just want to be careful you don't zip
Get
it
your
all the way
stitches, yeah.
through. But you can put like a little pin
The
in
squeezy
there.
snips. If you have a brand new pair of squeezy snips.
Yeah, you see, you can put like a pin in there, so you wouldn't accidentally do that. But what I do is I start in this center, and I go. Well, this is nice. Look at that light.
Wow.
So I start in the center, and I go this way. Let's see. Yeah, it's cutting more than. Let's see. There we go. And then I go this way. Yeah, I'm going to put the pin in here. There we go. And then you can also, if you can't get up close enough, you can take your scissors and just snip it. But I like that seam ripper with a light on it. Yeah. There you go.
You know what I did? I sewed my hoodie last night.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did, I put the hood on inside out.
Oh,
And
okay.
It was crushing. And I did it all the way, and I flipped it out. I was like, I'm ready to put this on, see how it looks. And my buttonholes were facing inwards, and I knew I messed up.
Oh.
But
Well, that's
nothing a
just...
seam ripper can't fix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see.
So the next step we're going to be working with is going to be the kangaroo pocket onto the front piece. So while you're cutting those out, I guess I'll lay out the front piece for them. As soon as I find it, this looks like a sleeve. And the size we're working with this sweatshirt is a women's medium. So this is one sleeve. I got one sleeve out the way.
Okay.
This is another sleeve. we forgot to count how many pieces.
Yeah.
But I believe it's either 8 or 10 pieces.
Okay, so that would be your...
This is going to be the back. So the back has like more of a straight neck across. And then the front is going to have that swoop. Right there.
Okay.
So it's nice that way I had it folded in half, so I have like a like a center line I could work with.
Yeah, because then you know where the center of the...
So I don't really have to mark it, but I'm gonna move my other pieces out of the way. This is really soft.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's very soft.
Yeah, it's very nice. I like it.
You want to slide this over?
Sticky Kimberbell sticky back tearaway is what you used, right?
We used peel and stick. It's pretty much the same thing, right?
Yeah. It was a roll of, let's see.
Yeah, you could put that
This is
works
what
as
it-
a...
No, this is...
The
no,
peel and
that's not-
stick is right over...
We had it.
We had it.
Yeah, we had it just a few minutes ago.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
That is it. Yep.
Yeah, it's got a paper coating on this side, and this is where the stabilizer is, and you'll hoop it with the paper coating facing up, and then you'll score it with your little tool, and then peel the paper away.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Okay.
Joni, yeah, I used a top stitch for the, not a top stitch, but a stem stitch for this part when putting on the kangaroo pocket. You could leave out the kangaroo pocket if you don't need pockets. There's also another fun way on one of those sweatshirts we sold out of. They had pockets, and you can create your own pocket if you want to take the kangaroo pocket and turn it into a pocket that you could have on the side seam there. But we're gonna do the kangaroo pocket. I'm gonna line up my center points. I could see the notch here in the bottom. That was whenever this was cut out, it was marked as a center point.
Yeah, and it looks like did they do that? No, they didn't do that to the pocket.
They
But
didn't
you
do that
definitely
to
have,
the pocket.
but they definitely have a nice crease there.
Definitely have a nice crease
So
there.
you can use that as your center.
I can do this. I'll show.
Oh.
Sorry. Can you go up? Sorry about that.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
it's
They like what you're showing them.
Good.
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 Yeah.
We're gonna do a T-shirt eventually too, or a T-shirt dress.
And there's Missouri. Someone's from Missouri. And then-
Hello,
yeah.
Kimberling City, Missouri. It's crazy how many different people are.
Yeah.
coming. Well, thank you all for watching us, by the way. But I can see that center notch there. I'm gonna line up my pocket right to the center there.
Okay.
So now, I kind of have to mark where I'm going to be stitching this pocket across on the top here. So I'm just going to can I have a pin?
A pin? Yes. Okay. Here's my.
I'm just going to mark it with a pin to know. I'm going to go about a ½ inch to an inch. Just going to mark it right there.
Okay.
And what we're going to be doing is we're going to flip this pocket up. So this is the wrong side here. This is the right side. We have right sides together. This is the top of the pocket. So I'm going to put the top of the pocket, the center line right there. I'm going to pin that in place. And that's probably right where I'm going to put my seam across too. So it's like I'm doing like about an inch, right? It looks like an inch.
Okay.
Maybe less. Let's do ½ an inch. We'll do ½ an inch. So right there, and then we'll pin it straight across. Just a couple pins, I think just 2 more.
Okay.
Just
And
to
you're
keep
going to
it there.
sew on the
And
sewing machine.
we're either gonna sew. Could we do this on like a cover stitch? Would that work?
You could use if you wanted a straight stitch, we could use a chain stitch.
Ooh, should we do the chain stitch?
Sure.
And then we could do the rest. We could do other parts on the sewing. We could do the stem stitch.
Okay. So
let's
we'll
get
go
it
over.
set up for the
Okay. So
chain stitch. So we're gonna head over to which machine?
I guess we'll do this one. This
Sure.
one's set up for the 4th.
Which machine is it? The Triumph?
Yeah. Or should I do the Ovation? What would you like?
I think, Steve was going to say something about the Ovation.
Okay. Well,
Well-
let's go ahead and set it up for the Ovation.
We'll set it up. Yeah.
And then I have this one set up for 4 thread overlock, which
Perfect.
you would. Now this is a white thread, And I think that'll be all right because we're not going to, you really don't see that
No,
thread.
you won't be seeing it.
Okay, so so we're going to find on our chart the chain stitch. Now this is for the Triumph, but they're very much the same. So I want to do, let's see, this is the combination stitches in here. Okay, this chain stitch left or the chain, you can use it, there's 3 different needle positions that you can use. You can use the C1, which would be chain stitch left, or center chain stitch, or right chain stitch. So I don't have any needle. If I had a needle already in there, I probably would just choose that one, but I don't. So I'm just going to go in here and take out my screwdriver to change my needles. Okay, and I'll just put it right in the middle. So I'm just going to open this up, and I'm going to take out my overlock needle 1 and overlock needle 2. Okay, and I can put that, I'll just lay it right there for right now, and then we'll put this in right in this center. Now I do have a needle insertion tool, which I like. So right here. This is a pre-owned machine, but we don't think it was ever used.
No.
Yeah.
It still had the threads in it that came with the machine. So I really don't think it was used.
Yeah. So I'm putting, so this, in my needle insertion tool, I want that little engraved piece, I want indentation. I want that facing up. And then I'm just going to put the point down in first and then come straight up. And sometimes you need to loosen the screw in order for it to come. There we go. And it's very easy to see that the needles are up the whole way. Right there is, I can see the top of the needle. So that is right in that's in C2. And then the next thing is the width we're not concerned about because we're not cutting. The stitch selector, we're not using that. The wave selector, we're not using that. Chain needle tension between 4 and 6, so that's over here on 5. I put it right in the middle. And then...
Ooh, you know what? Someone just brought this up.
What?
Finishing the edges of our pocket.
Before you attach it.
Before we attach it, yeah.
Okay.
We forgot to mention that, but let's keep going with setting up this
okay, and then you can
stitch.
finish it on this one. Okay. So then, and then our looper tension, and he has 2 different settings for the different needles. I'm C2, so I want it between 2 and 3. Okay, so that is right here. And let's see, let me just take so it says chain stitch. And that's the difference between the Ovation and the Triumph. That has, this one has numbers, the other one just says chain stitch. Okay, then we also want our upper looper down. So you turn this and then give it 1 full turn and the looper will go down, it won't come up. And then also we're locking the blade, we don't want it to cut. And then we need to put our table on. So we'll take that one off and here is our table. Okay. Yes, this is the
alternate cover stitch table, right?
It's the alternate cover stitch table.
Okay. All right, and then we are all set up, and I just need to thread the chain needle 2 and then the chain looper. So I won't be using these. Okay. So we'll engage our thread guides, go to threading and turn your hand wheel until they pop together. Mine popped right away. And then we'll take this one, put it through the antenna, and everything is marked for you. That says, it says chain. And then here, make sure your presser foot is up. And we'll thread through the tension disc. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing the wrong thing. Okay, so we're going to be threading this. Okay, just automatically went to the wrong thing. Okay, then so it goes through that little metal piece and you let the thread hang straight down, and then you're going to pick it up and make sure it stays underneath that metal piece like that. And
She's
goes,
keeping it under that metal piece.
yeah.
It's going up, back up, and through this disc right there,
There.
that slot right there.
Yeah, okay, and then right through there, and then this will go through the C for chain looper, and you got to give it some slack because it's going to go down and through here, and it's going to come out over here. So we're going to, oops, let's see. Oops, let's see.
Did you rotate your, did you lock it?
Yeah, yeah. That's, well,
You need service.
Maybe it needs
yes,
service.
maybe it needs service. Yeah.
It's rare.
Well, that's good. We're doing it here, so we're finding out. Not a
Yeah,
customer
that's
finding
right.
out.
Yeah.
But-
Let's try it again, and we won't try it anymore. There.
There
Hey,
you go.
Okay.
But still, we, Zach, who probably,
We'll
Yeah.
have to take a look.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's going to look at it anyways before it
Yeah,
goes on.
that's right. I don't know why you did that, but
Cool.
okay. So then you say, where did it go? And you open your door, and there's your thread, and I can just pull on it and cut it, put it through the thread cutter, and then stuff it back in. And then my needle will go up through the antenna, C2, and we're going to go through the tension disc first. And so there three are right here, so I'm using the center one, put it through the tension disc, come to the back, and there's thread guides back there, and I just go underneath and pull to the right, and you hear sort of a little click that it's right in place. And then up around the take-up lever, and then we'll go through here. And now this one is a little different than the Triumph. It does not have the jet air threading for the needles. It comes with a needle and a manual needle threader right here. And it's easy to use. You just, okay, so your needle threader has this little triangle on it, and that has to face up. So what happens is I'm going to kind of push on it, and there's a little metal piece that comes through, and that will push the thread through the needle. So when you thread it, you don't go up and down, you go to the side. So I'll put that in here like this, and then I'm going to lower my presser foot. It just gives me a little bit more room to see. And you just come down and you push on it there. And then if a loop goes through and there's a little hook on the needle threader, and you just grab it and pull it the rest of the way through.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, and then
I
that
do like
one.
that air threading, though.
Yeah.
Once you use the air threading, it's
Okay, so we are set up. I'm going to try a little test, okay? So we're going to close everything up. We're going to go to serging, and we'll just get a piece of scrap fabric. I'm sure there's something here. Right there. That's perfect. And we're just going to put that underneath and lower the foot, and we'll start to sew. Now my stitch length was on, I want that on, make sure that's on 3.
3. Okay.
There it goes. There you go. So I have my chain stitch.
Oh, neat.
So it looks like a straight stitch
Whoa.
on top.
What's the back?
And the back has like it's a chain stitch.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
cool.
right.
And
it
it's
is.
stretchy. Does it make it so it can stretch?
It will
Well,
stretch.
this fabric doesn't stretch.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. This fabric doesn't stretch, but it would stretch.
Cool.
It'd be, yeah. So we're all set for you to do that, and then but first we wanted to
We're going to finish the edges with a 4-thread overlock.
Okay,
and-
and are you talking about these edges
So
or
all of them. We're going to finish them all because they're all going to be folded in. You won't be able to see. You can see I did that prior to sewing my pockets. I just so it doesn't roll up on you.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
You're better.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not good at standing up and doing it. I don't know how you do it. I have to be sitting.
Yeah, but we had poor Sarah. She was sewing on the Serger for the first time. We had her standing up. I think the next time we'll have her sit down. I'm just, now this one, I have it set up for the 4-thread overlock. And now we could use a 3-thread, but we'll just go ahead and use the 4-thread since we're all. Usually you use a 4-thread. Yeah, let's do this. When you're joining 2 fabrics together, and you use the 3-thread when you're just finishing off edges. But we'll just go ahead. Gloria always likes the 4-thread. Okay, so I'm just.
That beige color you picked.
It
goes really well with this.
There we go. So you can see how nice that looks.
And we're using a Madeira, it's polyester thread, I believe.
Okay, and then we'll do this one. Yeah, this is Madeira Serger thread.
So now you're on the time.
And I'm just trying to just shave off the edge, just the edge, just shave a little bit off. Okay.
Now, when you're using like an overlock stitch, are you always want the blade on?
When you
like when you're doing something like this.
Yeah, I would. So you could put it down and just sew, but then
you have to be
you have to be careful.
Really careful.
Yeah. I just kind of line up the edge with the side of the blade. So you just, there we go. Now, okay, and now this one, I think we'll just, now this is going, it's going to go like that, right?
Yeah, and the top's going to fold too, so you could do the top too if that helps at all.
Oh, right across the top, okay. So that way, I can cut off my threads.
We had a question about there being a pattern for this. We're looking for patterns that we would sell, but we're in the development of making our own pattern for this one. So stay tuned.
Yeah, okay.
Stay tuned, but I think simplicity makes some good patterns of just basic hoodies, and we'll have to find that for you guys and figure out which one works the best.
Oops, okay, and this one I'm just going to kind of go right here and kind of fold that out of the way. Here, we'll raise up the needles and tuck that underneath. Okay, sometimes it's...
I notice when you're making a sweatshirt like this, like if you leave out these small things, like finishing the edges of the pocket, it makes things so much harder.
Yes.
And you mess up more.
Yeah.
So doing the little things really helps.
Okay. And then this one. See, what I'll do is I'll go put it this way. I'm just going to fold that over so I don't cut it. Okay, Then what I do with my tails is, let's see, I'm going to use that little tool that I like so much. Now, we have had trouble getting these, and we've had them on order for a while. They come in a package of 2, and they're just a doubled eye needle. And I really like them for, hiding your tails. We've had trouble getting them. They've been on backwood.
I can't find anyone else who has that needle.
Really? Who? Yeah.
It's Havel's, I think.
Yes.
They have that needle.
Right.
And
so I just take my threads, I kind of stretch them out like that, and then kind of put it over the needle, and I pull on it, and as you come down here, it's thinner, so it kind of squeezes those threads together, and then I'm just able to put it right through that large eye. And then we'll just take that and put that in here. So there we go. Okay, and then we'll just pull it through, and then you can snip them.
I did not know to do that. So if my hoodie falls apart, I'll know.
No, yeah, I don't think it'll fall apart. It's just we'll make it nice and neat,
Yeah.
Yeah. And plus, too, when you are sewing this, you're going to kind of lock those stitches together.
Okay.
Yeah. And say I'm going to cut that like that.
I need scissors.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you're ready to. I'm just gonna.
Here again.
Well, we're gonna pin it and come back. Oh
Okay,
yeah,
let's
we'll pin it
go.
really quick and
You
we'll
wanna
just head
go up
right.
to the table.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
I'm coming up.
I'm gonna fix this one though. I kind of took off a little.
I could talk about the sweatshirt I'm wearing. Did I tell them about?
Yeah, no, you didn't tell them
didn't
about
tell
the
them about
fabric.
that.
Yeah, it's got a very interesting
So,
story.
The fabric that I chose for this sweatshirt. So I started off with that quilt, and then I was like, I just want a really nice texture, like something I would buy in the store. I went and found that quilted knit. It felt good. Wasn't quite what I expected, but I found this Supima cotton. Now, I've heard Pima cotton, and that's something a little different, I believe. But Supima cotton is harvested in the United States. The way I guess they use a traditional way of harvesting it, and it's all grown in the U.S., but then it's sent over to China to be turned into the textile, turned into the fabric, and blended with other fabrics. But it's considered a sustainable fabric. So it's going to last longer. The ribbing is recycled cotton. So my sweatshirt, it feels great. But this is what we're working with today is a blend of cotton and polyester. And it's 350 grams per square meter. So we'll wait for Joni to do that, and we'll pin this here.
Here we go.
But I just thought there's so many different fabrics to choose from. And it's just finding the right one that will work.
Yeah, so he's learning a lot about fabric. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to line up the bottom center marks. I'll do this a little quicker since we already showed it. I just like to mark right where it's going. Flip that over. And I'm going to pin it right in the center there. Sure it's nice and straight. Oh, look at that one.
Yeah, that one,
Look at
yeah.
that needle.
Jeez. We don't like. Yeah, need to throw away a couple more.
Yeah. I'm just gonna make sure this is straight across. How could you make this so we're perfectly straight? Would you draw a line?
Yeah, I'd probably take a ruler. Let's see which one I would use. This one's here.
We'll show you how it's done properly, but since we're trying to do things quick here, we'll.
Yes, I kind of let's see, this one is at 8 inches. So this
Ooh.
one can come up just a little bit. There we go. And then we'll do this one at 8 inches now. There, okay. Is that, let's see. This is 8 and 8. And there we go, 8 inches. There. Okay, and I'd probably pin this way. There's kind of an art to pinning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I always pin. I just kind of throw pins in there to hope it stays in place.
There you go. Okay.
Okay. So we're going to take this over to the ovation, and we're going to chain stitch
Okay.
straight across here.
All right. So. All right. So we're going to go in here and raise the foot up.
Yeah, let's see. I'm not gonna do this.
So I don't have to worry about the, the cutting. Because my blade is down. So I'm just going to slide this in here. Okay, so I'm going to sew, let's say I'll put the edge of my fabric right along the side here. So that looks like it's probably going to be about a 1/2 inch into it.
Yeah,
That seems good?
that seems
Okay. And then we'll just, there we go. And then lower your foot. So I'm just lining up the edge of my pocket with the side of the foot. And another pin. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to bring my needles up. Now, if you take like a
screwdriver.
Would
Would that work?
No, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take I'm going to turn the hand wheel backwards once, so, and that kind of will give me some threads that I can pull away.
Oh.
Okay? So another thing I do is I'll give it some slack and then and pull it out, and then you can chain off. I could just cut it though right here. But when you turn your hand wheel backwards, they always say always turn your hand wheel towards you, but just turn it one full turn away from you, and then it will give you.
Man, when those threads get tangled and you're trying to pull it out, it's really a pain, huh?
Yeah. Okay. So there's our seam, and these should not come out because it's a chain stitch. And then plus you're probably going to...
We're going to top stitch it.
Yeah,
too.
now this one was this was probably meant to go underneath, right?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. We didn't fold it in first.
Okay.
But that's
So-
okay.
That's okay?
I mean, it's not going to be quite what we want, but
Yeah. Should I take it out for you?
we could take it out.
Okay, all right.
We make mistakes. We forget things.
Okay, all right.
So let's see. Someone was probably trying to tell us here.
Yeah, they probably
Yeah,
were.
they're shouting at the
Saying
screen. You guys,
Yeah,
the pockets.
the pockets, yeah. So we'll take that out. And I'm going to think.
This kind of stuff always happens to me.
Well, you're just, and you're not.
I'm beginning.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're just sewing. You're really not following directions, right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's-
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to do it over again? Because they get the idea about the
We could
chain
just
stitch.
do it real quick.
Yeah.
But we need to show them what to do with the pocket.
Yeah, so
So-
what I'm thinking I can do is just take it out about an inch on either side and fold it and then go back.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
Oh,
don't have to
yeah.
take it out the whole way. So, yeah, these are nice, have a nice point on them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So what we were supposed to do was fold that pocket just about an inch inwards. So
Yeah.
you're kind of hiding that edge there, that raw edge.
Mm-hmm.
Then top stitching it to
Yeah,
keep
I'm
it in
gonna
place.
get my lighted screwdriver, not seam ripper out. Yeah, see. There.
I really am. I think I'm hooked on the Sergers though.
Oh, the Sergers are my favorite.
So it's hard. It's hard
Let's see,
making
I'm
digitizing
thinking.
hard. It's like, I just want to play with the Sergers
Okay.
now.
So that looks like it should be like this, right? Okay.
We could press it too. Let's
Okay.
get the iron
So
nice
let's
and hot.
do this. Now, did you stitch this down? You did.
I did. I used a stem stitch on the Solaris.
Okay. So let's see. I can take it out. We could do the chain stitch on the machine.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's
Do you wanna
let's
press
take it
it
out a
down?
little bit more. Okay.
And we'll see how far we get today, and we'll have a part two.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a lot to cover, and
Mm-hmm.
but I think the Kangaroo pocket might be the hardest, in my opinion. Maybe the
Well-
hood, the lined hood. gets a little
After that,
tricky.
it's just seams.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do this, and I want to be able to get in here, so I'm going to take it out a little bit more. And then we'll go back and stitch it back. Okay. See, I want to be able to sew that without getting
So that's why it's much easier to do it before attaching it, right?
Yeah, but we're going to do this.
What is a stem stitch?
A step. So
I call it the lightning
they
bolt
call it the
stitch.
lightning bolt stitch. On the Solaris, it says stem stitch. It's like stitch number. I could look real quick. I believe it's stitch number 6 on the Solaris. So we're going to go to sewing, and it is number 6, and it looks like a lightning bolt. It says up here, stem stitch.
Stem stitch.
Now, if you're using like a regular straight stitch, like one of these, it's going to break if you're using a knit fabric like this. So the stem stitch, it looks like a straight stitch, but it gives
Some stretch,
some flexibility.
flexibility. Okay.
And
And
so,
I think there was a question about what thread you were using a heavier weight thread for the stitching of the buttonholes, or is that not important
60 weight thread. I think if you want your buttonholes to
last?
too, and to really pop out, and you can see them and have it easier to cut, you're going to want to use that 60 weight thread.
So how's that look?
That looks great
Okay, so now I just need to be able to go over there.
without.
Yeah,
Well,
I
this
could
is a
take the whole.
challenge.
I could take the whole thing out, but I think I'm just gonna.
Well, you're
Go
the
like
pro.
this.
I'll let you do what you.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll do that. So we're gonna come back over here.
Coming over.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna lift our presser foot and just tuck that underneath. And there again, I think as my guideline, I'll put. I guess this side, maybe not all the way over. I'm going to line it. See, there's 5 little bumps here. Those are the needle positions. So I'm going to line it up with the first little bump, okay? And so we're going to start at the tip of it, and then we'll lower our foot and sew that across. Now, the thing is, now let's think about this. It's going to be the straight stitch on top, and we want...
Oh, so your chain stitch is going to be on top.
So let's, if we want that underneath, then we'll have to go like this. Okay.
It might look
that may even be easier.
The chain stitch, like you could put a more decorative thread in there, like a thicker thread, and that might look cool if you did something like that on the pockets.
You could make that a decorative stitch. Okay. So I'm going to sew, so I'll still have a straight stitch on top, and underneath will be the chain stitch. So, and I'm just kind of lining it up with that first little bump. And I just want to be careful here.
40. Oh, it was 40 weight. Okay. Sorry, everyone. It was 40 weight. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I can chain off there. So that turned out nice. And I'll cut it right up here. And then we'll do the other side. So this side I'll have to start at the top. Okay, and then we'll tuck this underneath, and I'm going to line up my folded edge with that first little bump.
Would an extension table help here?
Yes, it would, definitely.
So maybe say that again. I don't have a microphone.
So someone mentioned in the comments about having an extension table, and that would definitely help.
Yeah, because there's a big piece.
You've got your big piece hanging off, and it's pulling.
Right. Yeah.
And it could stretch your fabric. So, yeah.
Okay, and we have this one. Okay, now I need to go back up here and stitch down the little edges right there. Now I'm going to take this and snip it. Let's see, we got a little pair of scissors here. Because when I sew across that, it will secure those stitches right here.
Oh, one thing I want to add for this pocket, you could put interfacing, like sandwich it between here to like give it more support on your pocket.
That's a good idea too.
But you don't have to.
Okay, so we're going to slide this, put our needle up, and slide that underneath. Now, let's do it this way. Let's start at the other side just so I can kind of like use the side as my presser foot as my guideline. So we're going to start at this side. Okay, I'm right there at the beginning. And I think what I'll do is I'll just go all the way across. Well, let's see, because you're not going to see that. Well, let's just do the ends then. All right, so we're going to start right here. Now, what I've done too, like to secure a stitch, I've taken it where I've shortened the stitch length. Like I'm going to bring it down to about 1.5, so it practically stitches in place for a few stitches, and then I'll take it back up and put it at 3. Okay, and I can see where my needle is with those little bumps on there. So I have the C2 needle, so I'm lining that right up with my previous seam. Okay, and I think I'm good. So I'll stop, and I'm going to turn my hand wheel one full turn to the back. Okay, here I'll go like that. And then that will give me, I'll be able to move my fabric. Okay, now I'm not going to cut it yet. We'll have to go back and cut the threads underneath. And now I'm going to do this side. So I'll line it up right with my other previous stitching. Like that. Okay, and then lower your presser foot. Now I can see it, I have a little hump there, so I'm just going to put my needle down in, lift this up, and tuck that underneath. There we go. So I'm coming to the end, so I'm just going to go and turn my stitch length down to about 1.5 and take a few short stitches, and that does help to secure your stitch also. And then we'll turn backwards one full turn and lift it, and then you'll be able to pull it out. Let's see, and if you can't, you can kind of, there you go. And cut it. All right, so we'll just snip a couple little threads and...
Yep, and then we'll, we're going to come back to the table. We're going to pin some more.
Okay.
We're going to...
So what's on the table there?
Oh, this is the extension table. And it fits the Ovation. What other machines?
Well, they...
Triumph and Acclaim.
Yeah,
Triumph
okay.
and Acclaim.
Then that is very helpful to have. That's a nice... Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's nice and sturdy.
It's got markings for measurements.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Inches,
has,
centimeters.
yeah,
right
so
there.
you've got your inches here, and then this is really cool. This has little holes in it, and you can use the circle attachment, and you'll put like a little, it looks like a thumbtack, but it's more like a push pin, and you put that in there to hold your fabric, and then you can serge in a circle.
Whoa. That's cool.
Okay.
Give you like a pivot point.
Okay, so how's this look? I think this looks good.
It's looking good. It's looking like
Okay.
a pocket.
Yeah. Okay, is that what you do next?
So what we do next is we're going to flip these in.
Okay.
You could either we're going to top stitch across the top too. So I don't know if you want to use the chain stitch or use the Solaris, but we're going to go straight across here to do a top stitch there. And you can see on my pocket I kind of reinforced it with like a triangle there. I don't know if that's necessary.
Yeah. Well, if to reinforce it like that, it might be a little bit easier on the sewing machine, but we could. Yeah, because I would probably, if you want to do that little triangle, I'd probably do it on the sewing machine, but I can,
Okay.
or,
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
But that's an option for them to.
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Keep it simple. The sewing machine is going to be the most simple. So we're just going to fold these in, and we could
Yeah,
we could pin them down.
we love our sergers and we use them as much as we can, but you know, every now and then you have to go back to your sewing machine. Okay, so we're gonna.
Now, when you pin it, you say there's an art to pinning.
There is.
So
Yeah. See, if I pin this way, what?
then you're pulling the needles like at a strange angle.
Well, it kind of like if I pin this way, it holds this down all the way to the tip.
Okay. Now, could I go the opposite way and go that way, or does it have to be pointing outwards?
I like it, the tip going outwards.
You like the tip going outwards? Okay.
Yeah.
She says there's an art to doing it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
And that will hold it, you know, the fold all down.
Yes. And I think I saw a question about the fabric being is the fabric going to be for sale? We have different options. I think the corduroy, that like corduroy knit.
Yeah. And Gloria, I thought we were going to sell that today. There's a gray fabric downstairs that is really nice, and it has matching ribbing.
Yes.
So I thought we were going to sell that today.
It would be thin for a sweatshirt. Well, it would be like a summer sweatshirt, right? Or you could make your shirt out of it. Okay.
Okay. So I'll go and I'm going to sew this across, and then what you did was I
put like little reinforcement stitches, like a triangle, right, on like the parts where it's going to be pulled.
So I would say you probably started like right here.
Right here.
And then went like that, and then straight down.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I started there, and then you're going to end there on this side.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
All right, so we're going to go over here. And, okay, now I do have to change this to...
Let's see if I can...
To sewing.
I think I just glitched out. Hold on, let's just fix it.
Okay. I'll get the...
Yeah, we should be good now.
Minor technical difficulty.
Minor technical difficulty, but we're back.
We're back.
Okay, so I have putting my ankle on. Okay, so I'm just going to use the, I'm going to use stitch number 4.
No, is that going to break? Because I use the stem stitch.
Okay, you wanted that one. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, and you left that at that stitch length. You didn't change it.
Yes, we should get a sample piece of knit to see if it breaks. But just keep doing what.
Okay.
Well, here, try it with this, and we'll see if it will break if you use a regular straight stitch.
Yeah. So this has got lots of stretch to it. This is very stretchy. So here, I'll just sew right along the edge here. So it is just a tiny little zigzag, and
it looks like a straight stitch.
It looks like a straight stitch on a knit. Okay, so there's my stitch, and it's got lots of stretch.
It does.
Wow. And there's the serger stitch that we did last week, and that's got all that stretch too.
So this is a stem stitch. What else might they call this? You said it was called a
lightning bolt.
Now try a straight stitch and see if it break. Will it break if you just use
probably. Let's see. We'll go like this on this side. And I have stitch number 3, and also if you were to put this over your head or something like that, it's in a part that you really want it to stretch, that's when it would break. Yeah.
Like your neck.
Yeah.
Like the neckline.
Let's see how that one's doing. Okay. So that's right here, and see it stretches, but it doesn't have as much stretch.
Yeah.
Do you see?
It restricts it.
Yeah, it does.
So if you really force it, it would probably break.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, and would you like I didn't bother closing up the bottom of the pocket.
You did it all in one fell swoop.
I did. Yeah, that's what I did it. But I guess would it make it easier to close up the bottom?
We could baste it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to start here. Let's see. I'm going to start right here at the corner, and let's see. so you went like this.
Well, I started
at
I started
this.
right there, and I went down to there, and then up, and then straight across.
Okay, so you started like this.
Yes.
Okay. I want to do what Tommy did.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to start. It's probably about 3/4 of an inch from the edge, and we're going to lower the foot.
Is this still the straight stitch?
Okay, I'll use the lightning bolt stitch or the stem stitch. Okay, and then what we'll do is sew, and I don't want to
the
sew.
side pockets the same length.
Okay, so I'm going to start like right there.
Yeah.
Maybe roughly.
One
You
might
might
be.
want to look at it one more time before you send this part.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm coming to the end there, and then I'll pivot. So I have my needle stopping down in the fabric and my hover position on. Okay, and then I can also, so then I'll come up to the, okay, and then we'll go this way. So I'm putting the fold of my pocket like right on the right side of the left toe. That will be my guideline to sew straight. And I'm also going to snip, could I have a little pair of snips? I'm going to snip this little thread here just to get it out of the way.
I have some duckbills.
I think there was a pair that, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's good. I just want to snip this thread. Okay. All right, so we're going to sew. So that was pretty thick right there. We have never done that. I think you could.
Put it in the bottom.
If you could put it in the needle, you know, it's a little harder to thread, but we've never used it, the stretch thread.
With this lightning bolt stitch, it gives it a lot of stretch, which I was surprised. You know, my mom was showing me how the straight stitch would break, and I was surprised. I was like, there's no way the stem stitch is gonna be any stretchier than the straight stitch. And it works way
so
better.
Here we go.
This is a good question. Tina on YouTube asks, Joni, do you prefer a serger over a sewing machine?
I love them both, but I really do like sergers.
They go hand in hand.
There's certain things I want a serger for. A serger, it really complements your sewing machine. Okay, so here I am at the corner.
Tommy, did I show you the baby lock video, the competition between serger and sewing machine video?
No. Do we have that? Who has that?
Baby Lock has it. It's about from 7 years ago.
Oh.
But it's a really good video.
I think they were saying you could do just about everything on a serger as you can do on a sewing machine until it gets to the buttonhole.
Until it gets
to the buttonhole, yeah. Okay, then I'm just going to secure this stitch with a couple stitches in place, and it looks really good. And I'll cut the thread. There we go. And now you want me to do the sides.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I'm wondering if they're uniform, the two different sides.
Oh yeah, she was talking about this, I think, being undone and not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll make sure that's here. I'm going to snip these.
Or uneven, too.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Like this side is way.
Okay. Yeah, let's take a look at it. Make sure it's nice
Do you want
and.
to go up to the table?
Yeah, we'll make sure it's nice and
Uniform
and even. But it turned out really nice right up here.
Oh, yeah, that looks really good. Cool.
Yeah, and this, my little mark will you just tell you. In fact, I can go like this if it's hot enough. If I got enough. There we go. And there, it's gone.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I missed it.
Yeah,
Wait,
I had a little.
Can we do it
green-
again?
Yeah, we want to do it again.
You could,
Yeah.
anyone with kids or
Yeah.
grandkids, you could draw a little smiley face
Yeah.
and have
Yeah.
it disappear.
Yeah. So this
We'll
is.
wait for it to heat
Yeah.
up.
Here we go. I think it's probably hot enough, so I can hit it with steam. There.
Gone.
Yeah. There it is. So it's gone.
Oh, those are cool friction pens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think did Steve have a deal on the friction pens?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Not sure. We might have a deal on the friction pens, so that would be great.
I think that was no, he didn't have one on the snips. But here's the 2-pack.
So NorCal Quilter is asking about pattern for the hoodie. We mentioned it. We're in the process of having our own pattern.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't
It's gonna be
found.
something special.
There's gonna be something special too, to go along with the pattern.
So what I'm going to do is just.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Okay.
Stay tuned. Check in for updates.
Let's see. I'm going to use my little ruler here. I just want to make sure that I can see this one is kind of folded. It looks a little wonky. So this one is like 3 3/8, and this is kind of like 4 inches. So let's bring this.
Good catch.
Yeah.
In my,
Somebody caught that.
yeah, they're all good at you.
Yeah, they're good. They're helpful.
Very
Yeah,
helpful.
our audience
We
is
have
very
the best customers and audience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's see. This one's. Yeah, that's about right. Then we'll pin it and make sure that it looks good.
Nice corner stitching. So it's good to see. Is that something you learned, Tommy? Where did you
From
figure
me?
that
You
out?
probably saw that on another shirt or
I saw
something.
that. I just said, "Whoa, that looks important,"
Yeah.
and I tried it. And yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
it's fun. It's just fun doing these things, even if you mess up.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So, like,
he's
even, like-
really excited
Yeah,
about it. You're going to
so-
be a fashion designer.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay,
see.
so how's that look now?
it looks
That looks-
beautiful.
Okay, so we'll take that over and I'll sew that. How are we doing on time? Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll close this up, and
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. We could, if you guys think we have time, we could sew the back to the front.
Let's do
On
that
the-
next.
Next
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think the pocket was a good thing to learn. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of.
Do you want to do this on the serger, or is this something you would do on the sewing machine?
What, the pocket?
Just the side of this pocket, yeah. Do
Y-
you do the chain stitch again?
I use the sewing machine.
Mhm.
The chain you can use this chain stitch, right, Joni?
Yes,
that
you could.
That would work just as well. I just thought the sewing makes it a little easier.
Okay. All right. So I have the lightning bolt stitch, and I'm just going to kind of secure this stitch with a stitch in place, and then it will start to. There we go. And I'm just kind of lining up the fold of my fabric against the inside of the right toe, so it will look like the rest.
Oh, and I see you pin it so the pins aren't in the way. So you just sew right
Yeah.
through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can do that too. Okay, and then we'll just cut the thread. And there we go. I'll snip this little. There we go. Now.
It's looking good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I can start here. And I'm just gonna secure.
What foot do you have on right now?
This is the J foot.
Okay.
Yeah, the machine.
Is this what they call the Joni foot?
The giant
No,
pin.
that's the quilt binding foot.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then we'll take that out.
Now, who's this sweatshirt going to be for? It's a women's medium.
Can we have Chelsea model it?
Sure.
Yeah, whenever it's done.
Yeah.
Or Maddie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then I'm just going to secure this stitch and cut the thread. Okay, and right here, if we can baste this together, we don't really need to sew it because eventually it will. We'll put it through the serger. Yeah, we'll use the serger.
The ribbing will be attached to.
But it'd be nice to baste it so your edges are all together.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to go to stitch number 8 and menu number 1. And what that does is a basting stitch is usually a temporary stitch, so it puts the tension all the way down to 1 so that it will come out real easily. So if we go to sew the ribbing, get the ribbing on and you see that stitch, it would be very easy to take out. And it does move the needle over to the left. So I'm just going to put the side of my presser foot along the edge and we'll just stitch that across.
Not for Gloria this time, the sample.
Yeah, oh boy. We always make things for Gloria. That's been a joke, that. Yeah. We'll have to tell her.
We'll make her wear it.
Mm-hmm.
She could try it. Everyone could try it on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or maybe we should embroider something on it before the next part.
Mm-hmm.
Let's embroider. So this is the easiest time to embroider.
What machine would we use?
Whatever machine your heart desires.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever embroidery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would you do it on the Meridian?
I'm thinking of like even small little sunflowers.
Oh,
or
yes.
daisies, small little daisies, and just scatter them all across the front and back and sleeves.
There you go.
That would be really cool.
There. So I top stitched the sides, I top stitched it down, and then I just basted this together. So it'll be easy to attach it to the ribbing. All the edges will be together. Okay. So I think that was good. Yeah. I thought we did well.
It's good.
Yeah. So
few mistakes. Few mistakes, but we got through it.
Yeah.
Part 1.
This has been so nice to be with these talented men. Yes, they're very talented, and very interested in everything that is done here, and the whole everything, right?
Yeah. The sewing industry is very vast, and there's a lot of stuff to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
We can talk about this deal, and I'm gonna go grab Steve and see if he wants to.
Okay. Yeah, we can talk about.
This is what's in the bubble.
Okay.
2-4.
Yes. Okay. This is these are little snips, our Fermore's snips that we just love. They are titanium, and they will not go dull. They will stay sharp, and they have like a little serrated edge on them, and this is our favorite little snips. Okay, and this is a 2-4 deal.
For how much? $42.88.
$42.88. Yes.
Okay.
So you always need to, because you sew in different places. You might sew it with your sewing machine, but then you pick up your project and you move somewhere and you can't find them.
Yeah, and then you buy 2 more.
You put your fabric on top of it. Yeah. Okay, so those are our and then this is a really good book for beginner sergers. It says Sewing with a Serger, the Absolute Beginner's Guide. Learn by doing step-by-step basics, and there's 9 projects in here, and it goes through everything. It starts out with the threading. I always suggest that whenever I had serger classes, that you put different colored threads just in to just practice, so that you could see what each thread it does. And but this will walk you through all your different techniques, like it will explain the rolled edge and the...
Flip it towards us and...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this is...
Well, What is
So
that?
it has
A
projects.
blanket?
Yeah, this is a blanket that they finished off the edge with, and it looks like they use a 12 weight cotton thread.
Is that like a minky, or what is it? That's cool.
Yeah, and then also, so this is just finishing off the edges with a decorative thread, and then we have a pillow here, and looks like they used the cover stitch as a decorative stitch right here. They kind of created.
I thought that was printed. That's cool.
Yeah, no, that's the.
So what are we talking about?
But this right here, this looks like it was done with
Cover
stitch.
with a cover stitch.
And this one looks like they may have sewn down ribbon with like probably a cover stitch also. And so there's a lot of ideas on what to do with the stitches. This one is the flat lock stitch. So it gives you the ideas on what you can do with it. And so this is nice. Yeah, it's a good book. So I really like this. This was my favorite beginner's Serger book. Okay. Now, oh yeah. Then, so we didn't do the cover stitch today, but we did do the chain stitch and we should have put this foot on. Sometimes we forget about things. But this is the cover chain stitch foot. So we can go over here and I can put it on just so you can kind of see what this will do. This is for the 8-thread machines. But you can see right here I have on the foot that came with the machine, the metal foot. So you can do your overlock sewing, the needles will be right here, and then your cover stitch is right here. But this foot is for cover stitch or chain stitch only, so it's not as wide. So it's a little bit easier to use. Yeah, you can be a little bit more accurate. And you can see it's narrower, but it will allow me to use all 3 of those needles, chain 1, 2, and 3, or just all 3 at the same time, or just one at a time, or 2 at a time. So that's your cover stitch only foot. So that would be for the 8-thread machines, anyone that has a cover stitch, or just the cover stitch machine.
Now Steve has a special deal on this machine.
Yeah.
Is he heading over to tell us more about
this? Is this. I can tell you a little bit about it. Okay, this is the Ovation. This was the top of the line before the Triumph, and it's a really nice machine. This one we don't feel that it was hardly used at all. Our repairman Zach always goes over them, but what I like about it is you've got all this room to sew. It's not, some of them are a little bit tighter right in here, so you're able to get your hands in. You also have your presser foot lifter in the front instead of in the back. One of the most common mistakes that people make with a serger is they accidentally sew with the presser foot up, and then of course there isn't any tension and your stitch isn't nice. But with the presser foot in the front, you always remember to put it down. And then also the needles the needle screws will not come out. So that was a problem with our sergers before that. That the needles, with the vibration of the machine, the needles would fall out, but these will not fall out, and it's very easy to see the top of the needle so that you always know that you have it up the whole way. Okay, this one also has the speed control, and it does not have the jet air threading for the needle, so that one you would use that little manual tool to thread the needles. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. They made a few different adjustments. It still has you see how the back is tilted up. They found that is better. That gives you better tension since the back lever is the back shelf is tilted on its side a little bit, and it's a really great machine. This one also has the freehand system, just as the Triumph has. So they're very much the same, just a few minor differences. So it is. I think he said it was $22.88.
2288, and I think he might have a deal on this floor model.
Oh.
So you want to call Steve about that?
Yeah, call Steve.
Okay, yeah, call Steve.
It's a
Yeah.
secret.
It's a secret. Okay.
It's a secret.
Oh, this.
Because
okay.
the price is secret.
Okay. So you could call
Secret price.
412-344-2330, and I think it's option 2, isn't it, for Steve?
Extension 2.
It's extension 2, option 2.
There it is on the screen. Screenshot.
Screenshot that number right
So
now.
it's a nice machine. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then of course the Triumph, there's always deals on that too. So if you want to talk to them about that, compare the two prices between the machines and to make a decision.
Okay. Anything else you wanted to?
Yeah, there was a couple of things in there. Okay, I put this in because I saw it downstairs and I thought, we might as well show this again. I bought these for Christmas presents for the men, and about 5 different men, and they loved it. And the first thing they all said to me was, we're going to take it outside on the deck or outside on the patio. You know, they really liked it. But it is a, when you pull this up, it's a flashlight.
No.
Okay, and then it is, batteries. You would charge this up. It has a USB connection, and you charge it up that way. It also has a little fan on it. So right here, there's a little button, and there's a little fan. So that's, and they loved them. So I thought, oh well, we might as well show them again. But they really, really did like them. So, and it has a fan with 2 different speeds.
Okay, Steve.
I mean, that's probably good. That's good enough
Yeah.
for today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, but this is awesome.
Okay.
Can I show them? Can you pop that thing
Yeah,
up again?
okay, and then you can hang it. I know it's nice because if you're working on something and you need the light right there, you can hang it on something. Here, I'll put it down on the table so you can see.
Wow.
And they come in different colors. You don't have a choice of colors, but they're like,
Let me just do that.
This is
Yeah.
This is the future.
this is the future.
This is the future.
Look
Yeah.
at
This is
that.
it.
Right.
We're here. We've arrived.
Yeah.
The
So,
future.
and like I said, I gave it to my son-in-laws and a couple, a neighbor, and they just loved the first thing they all said they were going to take it out on the deck. Yeah.
Because especially in the summer, hot out.
Yeah.
There's no lights.
No lights. No. So, okay.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yes,
Yeah.
Perfect product.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So did you have my little? I did want to show that other little tool. This one. This one is the. When I was getting ready for the show, I wanted to clean the machine because it was so full length. So I grabbed ours. Did I put is that in there? Ours was open.
No.
Okay, so where did I put? Here it is, right here.
You want to clean
Okay,
the Serger?
so yeah, so this is, it comes out like this, and it's a little brush, and we always showed it on the sewing machine, but it does a great job on the Serger because it's bigger, and you can like get right in there.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Okay.
I gotta find it in our list.
Okay.
I know it's in there.
Well,
Cat
if
paw.
we cat paw.
We just got a ton of these in. So
Oh, really?
these are
Okay.
yeah.
But we use it on the sewing machine to clean out the bobbin area, but it works so well on the Serger. So what I did, and in fact I already cleaned it, but but you can see how dirty it is because I cleaned our Serger. I'm going to take this off so you can kind of see, but it always gets really dirty around the blade, so do you see how nice and big it is? And then see, you can just really get in there and brush it all out, and then you can go over in here and do the same thing. So I thought everyone should have one of these.
And then
You
could
see?
do your
And then-
makeup with it.
Yeah, and then do you see? I can just get right in there. Yeah. What's that?
I wouldn't do your makeup with it.
No, not after you clean your. But look how
maybe
dirty
before.
that
Oh,
is.
jeez.
Yeah, and so you can get everything perfectly clean. So I just thought that was a really great little tool for the serger, and we've never sewn it for the serger before. Okay.
There.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well,
Is that good, or do you want to?
I think we're good, right?
Okay. Okay.
Unless there's anything else you wanted to show.
There are a couple like Serger needles in this.
Yeah.
dish.
Oh, yeah. I just let me show the serger needles. Okay. So if you have an 8 thread serger, you need to use the serger needle, and the size is written right on the front of the machine. Okay. So you'll see it right here. I think they can, it's right in here. So go ahead and you can. So right in there. So it says EL times 705 CF. So we have a package of 2 needles, and that's what they're called, overlock needles, and it has that exact same size, and those are the perfect needles to use on your serger. So I like that.
I believe this is a 2-pack bundle.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is in the bubble.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so $10.95 for the 2.
Okay, that's good. And then, but if on the 8 thread sergers, you can use regular needles for your overlock and your rolled hem, but for the cover stitch, you should use this one. So I just always use these needles on the machine all the time, so I'm never wondering what I have. But I like the size 90. This is what I like the best.
9014.
9014, and it's EL705, and that's CF. It's like chrome finish. That's what you want. They also make that needle without the CF, but you want the CF. Now this one I put in because if you don't have an 8 thread serger, if you have a 4 thread serger, then you can use standard needles, and they are just, I like the size 90 the best. So this is a 100 pack of size 90 needles, and really anybody can use these because you can use them also in your sewing machine. So, and I think they end up to be, I think, 24 cents a needle.
$34.95 divided by 100.
100. So would that be 34 cents? Is that right? Am I doing the right math?
34.5 cents.
34.5.
Yeah. So it's a really good price for 100 needles. And so I put those in. So if you have a 4 thread serger, you'll want these, but you could also use these for your all of your sewing machines. But if you have an 8 thread, then you'll want the chrome finish overlock needles.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, then I think that's it. And
we'll be back on Monday.
We'll be back on Monday for Material Madness. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll see you next Saturday for Serger Saturday. We'll work on the sweatshirt, and then we also want to get Sarah back up here working on her pants. Okay. All right.
Goodbye,
See
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Have a nice weekend.
Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.